Hey, what's up everyone? This is Joe with another how-to origami tutorial, and in this video I will teach you how to make the origami Star Wars U-wing. So the first step we're going to take is to fold in the diagonals. Now I also wanted to talk about the U-wing. This has showed up in the latest Star Wars movie, which is the Rogue One. I just saw that recently. I really enjoyed that movie. But I also noticed there was a starship I'd never seen before, and thought it looked pretty cool. And I thought, hey, I could do origami, and I could make something like that. So I did. And here it is. Evidently it's called the U-wing, and it's made for carrying cargo and passengers. Also, I wanted to mention, I'm sorry that my voice sounds a little stuffy. I'm a little bit sick right now, so sorry about that. Hope my voice isn't too annoying. Anyway, so now I have the diagonals folded in, and what we're going to do is a mark fold. So I'm going to fold two opposite corners. Well, let's start with one. I'm going to fold this corner into the center crease, but without creasing, I'll just press down a little bit right here, so you see a mark. Alright, I'm going to do that once more, fold this tip to that mark, and press down. And last time. Alright, so now there's a mark right here, and that's what we want. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold it to the center, and mark. Fold it to the mark, and mark a second time, and third time. There we go. Alright, so now what we're doing is we're forming a modified square base, okay? And you'll see what that looks like. This corner is going to go to that last mark fold over here, okay? Right there, and this time we do finalize our crease. And like I always say, use your fingernail or something hard to kind of press down, make sure your creases are nice and sharp. Makes everything look very clean. Alright, there we go. Do the same thing on the other side, this corner to the last mark. Alrighty then. So if you haven't seen Rogue One yet, you probably should. Let me know what you thought of it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. I thought it was pretty good, but that's just my opinion. Alright, so now what we're going to do to finish up the square base, I'm just folding these in downwards like this, okay? So I'm kind of keeping the edges right here, keeping the edges lined up as I'm doing this, right? So you see it's starting to form something like a square base, but you see there's not really a corner right here. Instead it's another edge. Alright, so I'll show you what I just did on this side. I'm basically just taking this corner and bringing it down alongside this crease. Not the center crease, but the one right next to it. Yeah. And you should always keep these edges lined up. Okay, sweet. Now we have our modified square base. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so now I'm going to take these edges, and like a square base, there's two flaps on both sides. I'm going to take the top one from this side and fold it so that this edge goes up to this crease. Not the center crease, but the closest edge. Actually, I don't think we could have been to the center crease. Alright. There we go. Do the same thing on this side with the top layer. If I'm going too fast for you, just pause the video at any time. I'm trying to keep it slow enough that I can explain it well, but also go at a quick enough pace that this video isn't like 15 minutes long. Okay, so right here you'll notice that these creases we just made stop at about the same level, and we're going to fold this down so that there's a crease going from that point to that point, alright? So kind of line it up on this side, line it up on that side, and to make sure that it's 100% straight, you should note that these creases are always in one continuous line. Alright, fold those and unfold. Alright, and we're going to open this up kind of like a crane, right? Just going to take the top layer, fold it back, and press the sides inward. Like that. Okay? Should kind of press down. You'll get to see that one more time if you didn't get it the first time. We're going to do this on the other side as well. Alright. Oops, we're getting a little bit out of the screen. By the way, I know my video quality isn't state-of-the-art. I am upgrading. I'm going to be getting a new camera in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited. It should upgrade the content of my YouTube channel really great. I've been stuck with the point-and-shoot camera until now. Alright, so let's do the same thing. This edge into the nearest crease. Okay, same on the other side, just like before. Alright, unfold, and now we're going to open it up and press the sides in. Just like that. Okay, and there'll probably be some discrepancy on where the creases are, so I always go and finalize these kind of mess right here. Make it all nice and flat, crisp. Alright. Okay, so now we should be at this step. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top layer and fold it down, forward, but there's also this projection in the back, this thing right here. Okay, and I'll bring it closer. You can see there's kind of like two squares here. If you fold it too far, they're not squares, or if you don't fold it enough, they're rectangles again. So kind of find where they're square-ish, and that's about how far you should fold it down. Alright, and then once you've found that, fold, crease, okay, and then flip it over to the same thing on the other side. It should go down the same amount. Okay, so now we're at this stage, and what I'm going to do is open up one side just like this and fold in these edges. So the goal here is basically what we're gonna narrow this down a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this inwards like that, and then try and mirror it on the other side. Kind of get the point the same distance in, the crease the same length, like that, and then close. So see, we just have a narrower side over here. Alright, we do the same thing on the other side. Open it up, go from this point right here, just kind of fold it down, try and keep it the same length as the other side. I try and keep my planes symmetrical at all times. Well, I keep everything symmetrical, but that's just me. Alright, fold that down, and crease. Close that up. Okay, so now we're right here, and what we're going to do next is kind of open this up. This is probably the trickiest part, in my opinion. Open this up again, and then fold this out. And so this should kind of fold out about that much. Alright, the goal is so that, you know, it's not sticking out like this, and it's not tucked under like that. Let's see, I should probably zoom in a bit. That would make things clear. The goal is to not have it stick out like this, or be too far under here, to kind of keep the edges lined up, and you press down like that. Just like that. And same thing on the other side. Okay, just like that, and flip it over, and repeat. This time you kind of have a guide to make it a little bit easier. Okay? And at this point we're going to make the turbines, just like the X-wing. If you haven't seen that, check that out. I have a tutorial on how to make the Star Wars X-wing as well. But anyway, now we're going to make the engines. So I'm basically just going to take these flaps we just made and kind of roll them up nice and tight. You'll probably have to kind of pinch them between your fingers a little bit, just kind of roll it up like that. Alright, just something kind of simple like that. I might want to see how it's kind of blocky. I might want to just take it from the side and kind of pinch with my fingernail down to kind of even out all the creases, and then fold it over like that. Okay? So I have one engine made, now we're just going to do that on the other sides. Sometimes it helps me to kind of fold it down a little bit more first. Alright, like that. And the other side. And now we're on to the very last couple steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose which side is the bottom, which side is the top. It doesn't really matter, but I do see that this side is kind of flat, this side is kind of concave on itself, so I'll choose that as the bottom. And with the bottom facing up, I'm going to take this kind of triangular projection right here, fold it back on itself, both layers, fold them over like that, and then forward, and then back again, as many times as I need to kind of keep it there, keep them together. Alright, and also the back right here, this little projection opens up, so it might not work with this closed. You might need to stick something in there. I'm just looking at it. I might need to do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this again. That's my bad, I probably should have done this step first. Stick my finger in here and just kind of open up the back. I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but I'm just taking finger in there and pressing down. Like that. Kind of opens it up. Alright, I'm going to recrease these right here. And that should kind of fuse it together. Okay, so that is my tutorial for how to make the Origami U-wing. Again, comment below what you thought of the new movie, and can't wait for episode 8 to come out. I think that's next year, but anyway, kind of a Star Wars nut. Here's more Star Wars Origami. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, give this video a like, please. That would be awesome. And keep on folding. Hope to see you in the next video.